Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm Shameika, and if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon if you want to be notified anytime I upload a video. So today I'm super excited because I'm getting inked up. No, I'm not getting a tattoo, but I know that you guys love reality TV just like I do, right? So have you been watching VH1's Black Ink Crew Chicago the past 5 seasons? It's been a lot of drama, right? So joining me today is Black Ink Crew Chicago's Ryan Henry and Charmaine Walker. And so we're going to talk about all things season 6, like what we can expect, because that explosive opener last week, whoo, Jesus. I was like, where else can we go? You know what I'm saying? So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about self-care. We're going to talk about mental health because as we saw last week, Ryan's in therapy. So let's get to it. Welcome, Ryan and Charmaine. Thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having us, Shameika.
Thank you. So season 6 already started out with a bang. I mean, I had to go watch it twice because I was like, wait, what just happened? So tell me, what else can we expect to see this season?
Man,
life.
If that was, that was the intro to showing what we feel or know is our realest season, our best season, because I myself, I have opened up to expressing more into my life and what I really deal with, to be able to explain a little bit more why I make the moves I make. Mm-hmm. And just along with that, we're both further in business, so you're going to see a more adult version of us from what you've seen over the past years. And then on top of that, just the things that we have gone through naturally and involuntarily have, come about while we're filming this season gives that much insight into how life is just real, and this will give people that same notion that you felt watching the first one all the way through the season. So thank you.
Definitely.
Okay. All right. Well, so Charmaine, you have had probably a roller coaster of emotions, right? And
yes.
It's been an exciting year, but also a sad year. So one of my questions was, how are you managing, I know I'm all about self-care because I'm just now learning how to tap into that myself. Mm-hmm. But how are you handling, well, first of all, congratulations on being pregnant and getting married. And then my condolences about your mother.
Thank you.
So I'm just curious as to how are you managing being a business owner, as well as being newly married, as well as being pregnant, and then still having to mourn as well?
It's definitely a struggle that I'm in the now going through and really still trying to figure it out, to be honest. I don't think that there's a playbook written on how you deal with this type of situation. Luckily, I have a good team at Second City Inc. that can step up to the plate when I am going through this right now. But also, something that Ryan is doing, therapy and stuff, I think that's very important. I haven't gotten to that step yet because I'm still just processing and dealing with what I'm dealing with. But we all know, when you're pregnant, after you have the baby, you could deal with postpartum depression and things like that. So I think that it's just important, and Ryan is a great example of definitely getting help and talking to someone when the time is right. I think Ryan did it when the time was right for him. I'm not there yet, but I do think that that's something that I will have to eventually take a look at and do, because what I'm dealing with is definitely, it's not normal. I'm the only child, and you expect to have your mom and dad there for your firstborn. And of course, my mother was so excited, and this is something that she wanted so bad. And me and my mom were very tight. So I'm still dealing with mourning and my situation, but again, Ryan's a great example of just going to talk to someone when the time is right.
Okay. And one of the things that I have noticed, and I've actually spoken to, Jennifer Lewis has been very open about her mental health issues. And so one of the things that we discussed was that in the Black community, there tends to be the stigma of you don't go outside this house and talk about, our problems and what we got going on. So, so Ryan, since you are going to therapy, how do you think that that's helping to erase that stigma?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I come from, that same upbringing of, you know, having to just deal with it. You know what I mean? I'm built for it, tough. I'm just gonna deal with it, and I ain't gonna put my problems on nobody else. But you know, also that's not the right way or the best way to go about things. And in our community, it's not looked at as helpful. So I feel like me taking a step to do that is showing a heightened level of accountability, heightened level of maturity, and you know, I'm no good to, I can work all day long and want to provide, but I'm no good to my family if I'm not stable in the sense of where I should be. You know, mental instability can be looked at as so many different things, and then even in more recent times, it's been used as just a crutch to just say, oh man, I got mental health problems, I got mental health problems, and then people throw it around and abuse it more, especially within the last year, than anything. And someone in my position, I wouldn't want to exploit that. I wouldn't want to be a part of somebody who's exploiting that, who, you know, would join up with a bandwagon because it seems as if it's an easy way out, you know what I mean? But having to do it also gives people who are really dealing with certain things in all different facets to say, you know what, I might need a different opinion than just my own. I might need a different opinion than just somebody who's gonna tell me what I want to hear. Like I said, I ain't no good to my family or my kids if I'm not 100%. And it's steps that you need to take to be able to do that. Therapy is one of them.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Well, I want to thank you both because I know our time was limited, but I want to thank you both for talking to me a little bit about, you know, self-care and mental health today. And I'm excited for the rest of the season. And you guys can check out Black Ink Crew Chicago on Wednesdays on VH1. Thank you guys.
Appreciate
Thank you,
it.
Shameika.
Thank you.